welcome back to my channel. I have just arrived at the Kirkstone Inn on the Kirkstone Pass. Oh, Happy New Year by the way. Hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year. And we're in 2025. How the hell did that happen? Oh man. Anyway, look at it. Red Screes. It's an absolutely stunning day, it really is. I wondered if this pass was going to be open, but it's open, so we're all good. I'm heading for Glenridding, meeting up with a mate of mine who you probably know. I'll introduce you to him later. But I just thought I'd stop here and show you what conditions are like, because it's absolutely beautiful today. Just in the first week of January now. But I had to take advantage of this weather because it's, look at it. Right, I'll get back in the car now, head down the Kirkstone Pass, down north to Glenridding, and just wait for my mate. Let's go. Right, so we've actually set off. Again, look at the conditions, it's amazing. We're just at Greenside Mine area, and this is that bloke that I said I was meeting up with. He's actually a southerner, but apart from that, he's alright, honestly, he really is. You probably recognise him. It's Andy from back in UK. And speaking of Andys, they're all over the place. We've met Andy Beavers earlier, so it's one of them like a YouTube taking over the Lake District. So yeah, beautiful day, and it's quite warm. Not got much on top, but when you're exerting, it's pretty easy to keep warm. So this bit's just starting to get a bit snowy now. And we'll soon be able to see the fells where we're heading up to. Whew. This is heavy going. Oh. So moving on a bit further now, it's got some beautiful views of Caty Cam there, and if you can see the gully, just when it comes off the summit, it just drops down. There's a gully there. I've done that gully in winter. There's a video on one of my first videos when I started YouTube. Superb that. So plan now is, I think there's someone on top of that one there. I think it might be up there that we're heading towards Whiteside. It's the Keppel Cove route, but got some heat now that sun's on us. Buffs off, gloves off. Nice and warm now for sure, because getting through this snow, it's up to your knees in points, and you just straight in, as you saw Andy earlier. Oh, it's beautiful though, it really is. Right, we'll keep going. Don't worry, we know what we're doing.
Wasted. Oh, brilliant. I don't think the step counter's going to do this justice today. Crawling up the mountain.
So we just started the ascent of the zigzags now up to Keppel Cove. You can see some people there on the same route. It's actually a mountain bike there. I think they're pushing that up because we've seen some tracks in the snow. But that's tough going, that. When you're sinking in every footstep, going up to your knee, it's tough. But for me, you can see the old dam. There used to be a reservoir there at Keppel Cove, and I think it was in the 1920s. The dam burst during some storms and it caused absolute chaos back down in Glenridding. You can imagine all that water coming down. I mean, it's bad enough when there's no dam and you get a storm, all the water comes down off the mountains, ends up down in Glenridge, and we've had, so even in the recent sort of 20 years, they've had some real bad flooding down there. So you imagine if there's a dam holding it all back and that was to go. It's disused now, but it's still there, as you can see. And there's Caty Cam. So yeah, Andy just started moving up now, and we're going to head up there. So we'll keep going. Fortunately, the conditions underfoot have eased a bit, and we're not sinking into the snow like we were back there. Just looking back. But I put this cap on because it was supposed to be clear blue skies, and it just isn't. I mean, I ain't complaining. The breeze is picking up, so I'm thinking it might be a bit more breezy on the tops, but it's still absolutely beautiful. So we've got to carry on this way now. As I say, we're just trying to keep to the thinnest patches of snow so we're not dropping into it, and then hopefully not too long we'll be on the plateau. So we just finally reached the plateau now, thank goodness. And Andy's over there, he's heading up towards Rays. There's a few Wainwrights over there. He's just going to see what he can do. I've done all this ridge in terms of bagging, but look at that, and a lot of people on Helvellyn, as I thought. That's why I wanted to steer clear of Helvellyn, really. Helvellyn's become very, very, very popular. And as much as I love it, I just wanted to steer clear of it. Look at those views. Oh man. Skiddaw range there and Blencathra. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so my route now is up here towards Whiteside. Andy's going to come back when he's bagged them. So just up here, Whiteside's up here, which is 830 metres, I think. It's not a little one. And once I get up there, I'll have a look around and see where I fancy. But I wanted some views, because the views up here on Whiteside, you get great, although you're not on the highest summit, which is Helvellyn, you get great views of these Caty Cam, Swirl Edge, and then Brown Cove Crags over to the other way. So let's get up there, and I think before I pitch my tent, I'm going to have something to eat. I'm starving. I really am. Whew. So it's 20 to 4 now, and we're up. Brought the Soulo. I wanted to save a bit of weight because of that tough ascent that through the snow, so I just wanted to save a bit of weight. I'd rather be in the Alec, as you know, but sometimes need must. And there's all my gear. I actually brought the shovel for the snow, which I ain't going to need, but quite difficult getting the pegs in as well. The ground's sort of half frozen. I did struggle a bit getting some of the pegs in. What I did, I dug the ground out a bit with my ice axe and got softer ground underneath, and then I could get them in. But yeah, it's solid enough now, it's fine. And I'll just let you see the views while I'm rattling on. You know my saga with the insulated sleeping mats that's been an absolute nightmare? Well, I've got this, which is, you'll see this is it says on the front end of this video that it includes paid promotion, and that's because I'm giving a shout out to FLEXTAIL for this mat, because I told them, right, I'm back again, so sorry about that, my battery died all of a sudden, so I had to change my GoPro battery. But what I was saying is, I mentioned to FLEXTAIL about my dilemma with insulated sleeping pads, and they just sent me one, which is really good of them. I have used this mat before, and I have had one from FLEXTAIL, but Evineer's got that, so I've got no insulated pad. So yeah, so FLEXTAIL said, look, well, we'll just send you one. So they sent me this, and I've used this before, but I haven't used it in winter. I know Evineer has, and it's a really comfortable mat. I think it's called the Zero mat. but she's used it in winter and she's found it to be nice and warm too, so I'm going to be using this tonight. I'll get it blown up. I've shown it in another video, but I've got another discount code, so if you want to get one of these for yourself, check out the description in this video and there's a discount code to get you 15% off this. They've sent me a pillow as well, so I'll show you that. Zero pillow, I think it's called. Yeah, so hopefully tonight, for a change, I'm not going to be freezing. So I'll get that in there, and I just can't stop looking around. Look at it. Oh, yeah. Right, let's get all this lot in the tent. Just nipped up to the summit of Whiteside. I think it's 2,831 feet, 863 metres. Tents have got pitched up over there, all good. There's no wind at all, not a whisper of wind. What time is it? 20 past 4. Look at the skies, just absolutely beautiful. Clarity, you can just see everything. There, look at that. As I said earlier, the forecast today was for blue skies, and we haven't had blue skies. There's been some really, sorry, my lips are freezing up. Just been some really high clouds, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Certainly can't complain with this. There's no wind. That makes all the difference. But it's cold, really is. I'm going to get, I just wanted to show you that sunset, which is beautiful, and I'm going to get my thermal gear on now. Oh, I think the temperatures tonight were forecast to be something like -7, something like that, so I'm glad I've got that FLEXTAIL Zero mat. We're getting used tonight, that's for sure. I've just been sorting out all my stuff inside the tent and getting my temperature gauge. I've shown you that before, that little white box there. That's that's what I measure the temperature on. I like to give you the real measurements that I've taken, not just say whatever it says on the forecast. So Andy's in there. Burn 1, is it, something like that? It looks really cool. I'll tell you what, it looks really cool. Have a quick look at it. With this backdrop of that pink sky, it's stunning that. So look at that, wowzer. Yeah. Nice, really nice. And I'm in the Old Faithful Soulo Red Label. I was just saying to Andy, I think I've had that tent 8 years now. And I still love it. Right, let's get them thermals on. So I've got pretty settled now, I've got all my gear on. I've just checked the temperature on my phone with a little white box thing and it's -6. And everything is starting to freeze. I've had my sandwiches, they were starting to freeze. I've just got I got a raspberry slice from Costa, that's starting to freeze. My water, I only brought up half a litre. I've just got some snow that I'm going to be melting for more water. That's starting to freeze up, so yeah, it would do at -6 I suppose, wouldn't it? Right, so I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to get a cup of tea on. Oh, ready for a cup of tea. Just add a bit of water to it like that, it just helps it. Water is a good thermal conductor, so it just helps get it going. So I've just had a brew, and before my milk froze, left enough milk there so that for in the morning, or maybe for another brew later. I've still got, I brought some of that. I'm enjoying this soup on my winter camps, so as long as it doesn't freeze. I've had my sandwiches, I've had my almond slice, and just thrown out a bit now. Just measured the temperature, it's -6 still. But yeah, this is that pillow that FLEXTAIL sent me. I've used one of these before, they sent me one before, but when they sent me the sleeping mat, they sent me a pillow as well, so I thought, yeah, great. In fact, that's another thing that Evie has stolen off me, so I don't have one of my own. But I think it's called the Zero pillow. So I'm going to get it out. Again, just check the link in the description. There'll be a code for this as well if you want to get one. You get 15% off, I think. One of them things, when you get them new, they're packed away in the bag really nicely. You can never get them back in the bag, can you? So I might have to get back to you on this. But there it is. You get a strap on it for strapping it to your sorry, my light's just fallen off. What's it like? There's a non-return valve on it, so it doesn't go down again once you've took your pump off. There we go. See the shape of it as well, it's sort of built up at one side so that it supports your neck on this end. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, strap, so I strap that to my sleeping pad and sweet dreams. Yeah, check out the website, use my code, you can get 15% off. It's a shame that I did a video recently and people said they'd unsubscribe to me because I'd sold out, just because I was trying to show people something that, yeah. Anyway, I'm just having to film on my phone because my GoPro batteries are just dying instantly. So I've got them on charge, but yeah, and my soup is nearly frozen, so I've had to scrape it out of that. But I'm gonna get that on the heat now and get it warmed up. Well, everything's struggling tonight. That and my GoPro, that is doing nothing really. I need some better gear on that, that's for sure. I'm heating up my soup because in these temperatures it's not even warming it up. Well, good morning. It's just 7:25, and that wind's picked up in the night, it really has. Temperature is let's see that, -5.4, and I'm back on the GoPro. I got it charged up last night, but I've lost the batteries. I can't find them anywhere. I tell you what, I'm really struggling in this little tent on my winter gear. I'm just not used to it. I'm used to having so much space. God, it's a nightmare. I lose stuff all the time in a tent, but I've lost more stuff in this one. Oh, I'll tell you what, FLEXTAIL Zero mattress. Get yourself one of these. Really comfy. And the pillow, Zero pillow. I'm really pleased with both of these. And after suffering them last two camps freezing, I'm really grateful to FLEXTAIL for sorting me out with these, well, especially the pad. But I've sort of been dozing since about 4 AM, and that wind has picked up in the night. I don't know what it is. I guess it's about 15-20 gusts. But when I last looked out, I got out for a pee about 4 AM, and when I last looked out, it was all clogged in. So I'll just have a look now and get my glove on first and see. A bit inevitable frost there on the inside of the tent, so I'm steaming up. Right, let's have a look. Sunrise is about 8:30. Yeah, so as you can see, conditions have changed. Again, the forecast was for it to be clear all night, clear all morning, nice sunrise and all that, but it's not as usual. I had my shut that door. I had my rucksack outside last night to give myself some more room, but I brought it in, so it's just there now. Right, I think I'm going to just start mooching about. We need to be off because Andy's got a like 4.5 hour drive back home, so we need to be off for I think about 9 AM. Usually takes me about half an hour to pack up. Sunrise is at 8:30. just sort of see what's what. But I think I'm going to start moving around and getting a brew on. See you later. So I've just made it out. Andy's there. That's as out as he's got. Just peeping his head through that little gap. I don't blame him actually. And I've got trouble with slow gas. It's because of the temperatures. So it is just starting to boil up. So took about 10 minutes that. But as you can probably see, we are pretty clagged in. But it has been changing. I think this could blow through. I'm trying to be optimistic about it. I think it could blow through this with this wind that's coming through. I just measured the wind before. I got minus 13 I think on the wind chill, and it was 10, and the winds were about 15 miles an hour. I've got my little hand warmers inside these gloves. Is that ready? Yeah. It's boiling now, so I'm going to get that coffee made. So I'm going to have a brew with, as you can see, no view. Oh yeah, it's good though. I'll tell you, this is the reality of it all. Look at that. These are the Instagram shots, yeah? All that, smiley faces. The reality is I'm bloody freezing, my hands are dropping off. And then, there you go. Yeah. That's the reality of having to get rid of all that junk and back in a frozen rucksack. Let's go and see what Andy's up to. How's it going, mate? Always got to talk to someone, they've got the mouthful of food.
My porridge is like freezing. So I'm trying to eat it as fast as I can.
I came over earlier and he looked back and he tipped it over and it was all over the snow, so he just scooped it back in the pot and carried on. That's how you do it. Campus style.
Cold porridge, lovely.
This tent looks ace. Look at that. What do you reckon?
Built for the snow.
Yeah.
It didn't move last night, so you can see now with the wind it's sturdy tech.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm inside too.
Ah, right, yeah. Looks great. I really love the look of it. So, head back to the old Soulo. As you can see, it's all clagged in. Sun's risen, but we ain't seen it. Just got a faint glow that direction where it comes up, but then we've got blue glow this side. It's beautiful actually, it really is. Yeah, so I've got to sort all this lot out, take down a frozen tent. So that's us all packed up. leave no trace, look at that. Andy was just over there, and we saw a glimmer of sun then, just a glimmer.
I've just found my earplug in my ear.
Well, that's how better
It's
it
got
is.
some frozen. I've never had a frozen earplug before.
Right, so we're all good. As you can see, well, you can't see, so we're going to start heading back now the same way we came. I'm going to just have the ice axe handy because there was a bit of a ridge, I think it's called Red Screes down there, so depending on what that's like, I want to have the ice axe to hand. Let's go. Oh, that sun's there again. A brief appearance. So we're just walking along there. I stopped to take my rucksack off and take a layer off. I was getting too hot, and my Nalgene bottle dropped off my rucksack. Skated down this path, and then it took off down that way. No way I could catch it, it's gone. So what can you do sometimes? Maybe it's waiting for me on the path down there. I'll keep a lookout for it, but it just disappeared into the mist, and it wasn't for stopping. We made a decision yesterday just to bring sort of slip-on spikes. I think it was the right one. The only real ice we've encountered was on the road coming up at Glen Ridding, and the rest of it's just been deep snow. The spikes do help a little bit in deep snow, but I mean, crampons wouldn't have been any better. So yeah, I think it was the right decision. Look at that now, it's clearing. Oh, beautiful that. That's down to the dam. Caty Cam. Look at that. This is what it's like when you hit a sinkhole and you just go down and down and down. Look at that. So we're nearly back to the car now, and the sun has actually just come out. Look at that. Just walking back to Glen Ridding. That has been brilliant. That was a proper winter experience. It really was, up on Whiteside. And I think we made the right decision. What do you reckon, Andy, to be on Whiteside?
Oh, 100%.
Everyone was on Helvellyn. We could see all the lights, and there was just us two on Whiteside. It was superb, and the views again, it worked out so well with the views across to Swirl Edge, up to Helvellyn, then Brown Cove Crags. Absolutely stunning that. But just a bit unfortunate we didn't get any views this morning, but hey, you know, it's often how it is, and we'll take what we got because it was awesome. So it's great spending time with Andy. Backpacking UK on YouTube. If you need any advice on camping gear, hiking gear, any of that stuff, check out Backpacking UK. Top man Andy. So hope you've enjoyed the video, and get in the comments. I always love to hear from you guys. If you've got any advice as well, I always appreciate that. If you've got any advice about winter camping, winter gear, and just general winter hiking, I always appreciate hearing from you guys. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See ya!